Hello everyone, welcome back to the TNT Motorsports Network for round number 3 of the Bullring Racing Series. We are at Spencer Speedway. Getting ready for some Sportsman heat race action. On the pole and getting 5 bonus points for setting the quick time is the 23 of Connor Grindstaff. Outside of him is the 10 of Martian Sock Puppet. Row 2 is Bailey in the 18, NASCAR IndyCar in the 95, and Cal Naughton Jr. rounds out the field. And here we go. Green flags in the air. We're underway with the Sportsman Heat Race number 1. Off turn number 2, down the backstretch for the first time, and Sock Puppet, oh boy, shot out of a cannon. But the high lane's going to be tough on this flat track as the 23 of Grindstaff will come off turn 4. He'll lead lap number 1. Sock Puppet will sit there in spot number 2 while we got the 34 of Cal Naughton Jr. just getting by Bailey for 3rd off corner number 2. Bailey will sit back and forth, and NASCAR IndyCar will round out the field as we head into turn number 3. Grindstaff still showing the way as we come off turn number 4. He'll come around to lead lap number 2. We have a battle going on towards the back of the pack for 4th and 5th. IndyCar underneath Bailey. He'll take the position away off turn number 1. And maybe he'll try to pull away a little bit as he does so down the back stretch heading into turn 3. Meanwhile, the top 3 have kind of pretty much noticed the tail right now. As Cal Naughton Jr. in the 34 looking to get underneath the 10 of Sock Puppet as we head into turn number 1. Sock Puppet holds him off for now as we head down into turn number 2. He'll get a big jump as we head down the backstretch. But Cal Naughton Jr. isn't letting him go that easy. As the 23 of Grindstaff, he'll come off turn number 4. He'll start to pull away from the rest of the field. On the completion of lap number 4, the Sock Puppet gets away from Naughton as he'll try to reel in the 23 of Grindstaff heading down the backstretch. But it's nothing doing there, as everyone seems to be single file for now, evenly spaced for now anyways, as we are now halfway. 5 down, 5 to go here in this heat race. The 34 of Cal Naughton Jr. reeling in the Sock Puppet machine. Trying to do anything he can. Here comes Naughton on the inside, looking underneath Sock Puppet for 2nd off corner number 4. Naughton will have the position, but here comes IndyCar in the 95, looking to take the 3rd spot away. He'll do so off turn number 1. So Sock Puppet goes from 2nd to 4th in a matter of a couple corners. But what does Naughton Jr. in the 34 have in store for the 23 of Grindstaff, as we now have 3 laps left in this heat? IndyCar will calmly sit quietly from 3rd in the number 95, looking to make the perfect move as we head into turn number 3. Meanwhile, Naughton still trying to reel in the 23 of Grindstaff. Grindstaff, he'll have the position as he's trying to pull away a little bit, but Naughton Jr. not letting him go. He's almost to the bumper of him as we head into turns 1 and 2 with 2 laps remaining. Into turns 3 and 4, we're going to be looking for the white flag this time by 1 lap to go in this heat. Naughton Jr. on the bumper of Grindstaff as we cross the line for the white flag. Into turns 1 and 2. Will something give? Looks like a little bump and run action there. Naughton's underneath the 23 of Grindstaff. Grindstaff trying to hold strong, but Naughton Jr.'s too strong coming off turn number 2. Heading into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. It looks to be the 34 of Cal Naughton Jr. He'll pick up the win for heat race number 1. 2nd will be NASCAR IndyCar. 3rd at the line is going to be Martian Sock Puppet. Grindstaff will be 4th. And Bailey will round out the rest of the field. Up next will be heat race number 2 for the Sportsman. Alrighty, heat race number 2 for the Sportsman, getting ready to take the green as they take their pace lap around. On the pole for this one is the 3 of Xavier Robinson. To the outside of him, once he gets up there, is the 42 of Anthony Hurd. Row 2 on the inside is the 51 of Kyle Wilfred. The outside of him is the 01 of Todd Shelton. And rounding out the field is the 24 of Noah Dwister. Pace car pulls off as we head around turn number 4, looking for the green. And we are underway with heat race number 2 for the Sportsman. Off turn number 2, heading into turn 3 for the first time. It looks to be the 3 of Xavier Robinson. He'll come around turn number 4. He'll lead lap number 1. Behind him in seconds, the 51 of Kyle Wilfred. Dwister up to third now. Anthony Hurd will sit in fourth with Todd Shelton to round out the field for now. But here comes the 51 of Wilfred on the bumper of Robinson as they head off turn number 2. Looking to try to get the lead here as Dwister just sitting by himself for third, just calmly watching. Robinson goes a little high, but that may cost him because here comes Wilfred in the 51 looking to take the lead as they head into turn number 1 on the completion of lap number 2. And he'll take the race lead away. Kyle Wilfred, your new race leader, coming off turns 1 and 2. Dwister will now try to take second from the 3 of Robinson as they head into turn number 3. He'll do so with Robinson still sitting on the high side, but Hurd sitting down low. He could be reeling him in as we come off turn number 4. Nothing quite doing there, but Robinson's going to reel in the 24 of Dwister just a little bit. Coming off turn number 2. Looking to make something happen, see if he can gain a spot back. And it looks to be the old intimidation factor in that number 3. Right there, trying to sink into the 24 of Dwister, but Dwister who's not feeling like the challenge right now. Meanwhile, the 51 of Kyle Wilfred, he'll head into turn number 3. He's starting to pull away from the rest of the field as we come off turn number 4, halfway home. 5 down, 5 to go here in this heat race. Dwister still sitting in the second spot with Robinson in third. Hurd in fourth and Shelton to round out the field. Wilfred still trying to hold strong. He's pulling away farther and farther from the rest of the field as we now have 4 laps remaining. Dwister's gotten away from the 3 of Robinson a little bit here. But as Shelton tried to challenge the 42 of Anthony Hurd in turns 1 and 2 for the 4th spot. May have lost a little bit, but he gained the ground in turns 3 and 4. As we now have 3 laps remaining in this heat race as Kyle Wilfred, ever since he took the lead, he's pretty much pulled away and never looked back. Which will be a good starting spot for the feature event later on. Dwister was sitting in second with Xavier Robinson in third. Anthony Hurd's right there for fourth, but Shelton's on Hurd's bumper from position number 5 as they head into turns 1 and 2. Meanwhile, as we come around turns 3 and 4, Wilfred will see the white flag one more time around for the 51 of Kyle Wilfred. Off turn number 2, down the backstretch for the last time in this heat race. As he makes a nice smooth run in turns 3 and 4. Kyle Wilfred is your heat race number 2 winner in the Sportsman. Second will go to Noah Dwister. Third is going to be Xavier Robinson. Todd Shelton in fourth, and Anthony Hurd will round out the field. Up next will be the mighty modified heat race action. Here we go, modified heat race action. On the pole for this one and getting 5 bonus points for setting the fast time is the 61 of the real bus man, Scott McCann. On the outside of him is the 88 of Bailey. Row number 2 is going to be the 39 of William Fusion and the 23 of Jordan Fixon. Row 3 is the number 9 of Taz Taylor and the 8 of Anthony Hernandez. Row 4 is the 65 of Creed Daniel and the 17 of Jolteon Fast, with LJ Toledo by himself to round out the field in row number 5. Here we go. Green flag is out. We are racing with the Modifieds. Heading into turns 3 and 4 for the first time, Scott McCann looking to lead the charge. Off turn number 4, he'll come around to lead lap number 1. Fusion right there for spot number 2. Bailey trying to hang on the high side of number 88 from 3rd. So far, so good into turns 1 and 2, but here comes the 9 of Taz Taylor sitting from spot number 4. Creed Daniel now in 5th, the number 65. Jordan Fixon, the 23. Right behind him, Toledo's moved up a couple spots. He's now looking to get underneath the 23 of Fixon for... He's got a good run here as he now takes over the 6th position. Creed Daniel in 65 looking underneath the 9 of Taz Taylor off turn 2. This is for position number 4. Will he get anything out of it as we head into turn 3? Looks like he'll have it as we come off turn number 4 here. He'll have the position, but here comes Toledo, number 42. He's on the move in the little torquey Pistons machine. Looking underneath Taylor, he's trying to sneak in. Taylor holds him off for now as we head off turn number 2. Meanwhile, the battle heating up for second between the 39 of William Fusion and the 88 of Bailey as we come off turn number 4. The 61 of Scott McCann starting to pull away from the rest of the field as he tries to hang on for right now. Try to race as smoothly as he possibly can. Fusion sitting in spot number 2 with Bailey in 3rd. Creed Daniel now in the 4th. Taylor holding on for the top 5 right now, but Toledo and Jolteon Fast are on the charge right now from position 6 and 7 as we head into turns 1 and 2. 5 down, 5 to go in this heat race. Toledo goes up high. He might have hit the wall there, but the 17 of Jolteon Fast will get by for the 6th position. Everyone staying calm and quiet for now because they know they have a 30-lap feature later on. And speaking of the... Whoa! Scott McCann goes way up high on turn number 4. Lucky he didn't wreck the car or anything. Kept it off the wall. Just barely. Anyways, we will have an announcement right during the modified feature before they take the green in regards to the season finale for the Bullring Racing Series here. As William Fusion sitting in 2nd quietly. 3rd is the 88 of Bailey. Creed in 4th with Taylor to round out the top 5. As we come around turns 3 and 4, Scott McCann will be seeing the white flag one more time around in this heat race. Off turn number 2, down the backstretch, he'll ride. Into turns 3 and 4 for the last time in this heat. He will pick up the heat race win here for the Modified. Scott McCann, your winner. 2nd will go to William Fusion. 3rd will go to the 88 of Bailey. Creed will finish in 4th. LG Toledo will round out the top 5. Jolteon, Taylor, Fixon, and Hernandez to round out the field. Modified heat race number 2 up next. Alrighty, heat race number 2, final heat race of the night. We have Anthony Hurd in the 52 and Kyle Morris in the 18 on the front row. Your only 2 feature winners this season. Max Fye and Connor Grindstaff in row number 2. Rusty Broussard and Big Ben in row number 3. Noah Dwister and Xavier Robinson row number 4. And NASCAR IndyCar will round out the field. And here we go. Green flags in the air. We're underway with heat race number 2. Down the backstretch into turns number 3. Kyle Morris shot like a rocket heading into turn number 3. But again, the high side's not the place you really want to be here in this track, as Anthony Hurd will lead lap number 1. Fye sits in second with Rusty Broussard looking to have third, but Kyle Morris, can he hold him off? No, he can't. Broussard will have the third position for sure, as Noah Dwister in the 30 looking underneath Morris for the 4th spot. As we head into turns 3 and 4, Big Ben challenging underneath the 04 of Grindstaff, as the 29 of Xavier Robinson and the 40 of NASCAR IndyCar quietly watch from positions 8 and 9. Here comes the 30 of Noah Dwister. He'll look underneath the 04 of Grindstaff. That is for position number 5 as we head down the backstretch into turn number 3. He'll try to get the spot. He's holding on strong. He'll have the spot for now as Big Ben's right there trying to follow suit. And the number 21, can Grindstaff shut the door on him? I don't think so. Big Ben squeezes right underneath. And he'll have the position. Meanwhile, heading up towards the front, it is still the 52 of Anthony Hurd leading the way, but Max Fye is not letting him go in that 192 machine. He is right on the bumper into turn number 2. Anthony Hurd will pull away just a tad, but that doesn't mean Fye won't give up here as we head into turn number 3. As we're looking for the halfway signal. 5 now, 5 to go in this heat. And Broussard and Anthony Hurd drifted up off turn number 4. That opened the door for the 192 of Fye and the 18 of Kyle Morris, as now we have a new race leader. Max Fye in the 192, now your leader with Anthony Hurd sitting in second. Kyle Morris now moves into third. Broussard moves back to 4th, but here comes the 30 of Noah Dwister. He'll look underneath the 55 of Broussard as we head off turn number 4. Broussard holds him off for now, and he will try to close down on the inside lane. He will do so off turn number 1. IndyCar looking to get by the 21 of Big Ben. He'll do so off turn number 2 as we head into turn number 3 here. And NASCAR IndyCar gets a huge run. He drifts up, bringing Dwister to the high side. Dwister and Big Ben make contact. They're spinning. And they collect the 48 of NASCAR IndyCar. Well, at least the 30 of Dwister does. Caution flag will fly, and we're going to end the heat race under caution, unfortunately. Let's take a look back. At this here. Let's go back a little farther. IndyCar just got loose. The 30 came down, I guess. Collects the 48, and thank God for the 48 of IndyCar. It didn't hit the wall. A tough break for those two. And basically here, we're going to be ending the race under caution. So, Max Fye will pick up the win for heat race number 2. Anthony Hurd second. Kyle Morris will finish in third. Broussard 4th. Big Ben To round out the top 5, Grindstaff, Robinson, IndyCar, and DeWister to round out the field. Up next will be your 20-lap Sportsman feature event. Alrighty, your Sportsman feature event ready to take action. 20 laps is the distance. Cal Naughton Jr., Kyle Wilfred on row number 1 with NASCAR IndyCar and Noah DeWister in row number 2. Martian Sock Puppet and Xavier Robinson, row 3. Grindstaff looking to make it 2 in a row. He starts in position number 7. And the green flag's in the air. Let the Days of Thunder roll on for the Sportsman. Off turn number 4 for the first time is going to be Cal Naughton Jr. leading the way, but Kyle Wilford fighting very strong on the high side of number 51 car. He'll sit in for spot number 2 for now. IndyCar sits in 3rd with Martian Sock Puppet sitting in 4th. Here comes Grindstaff in the number 23. He's now up to the top 5 with Bailey right behind him in the number 18 as we come off turn number 4. Anthony Hurd looking to make up some spots as he gets around the 24 of DeWister for position number 7. Martian Sock Puppet gets by IndyCar for spot number 3, but IndyCar trying to fight hard on the high side, can't make it work. But here comes the 51 of Wilford on the bumper of the 34 of Naughton Jr. as we come off turn number 4. Right now it is still the 34 of Naughton Jr. leading the way as we complete lap number 3. Martian Sock Puppet watching from position number 3 as we head down the backstretch. Bailey watches from 4th in the 42 of Anthony Hurd, now into the top 5. Connor Grindstaff trying to make his way back up in the number 23 machine, but here we go. The battle for the lead heating up now as we head into turn number 1. The 51 of Wilfred looking underneath the 34 of Naughton Jr. He'll have a good run and he'll take the lead off turn number 2. New leader in the 51 of Kyle Wilfred. Martian Sock Puppet looking underneath the 34 of Naughton Jr. Naughton's going to go back a couple spots here. And he's got a hot number 18 of Bailey now looking for 3rd into turn number 1. Anthony Hurd's right there as well. Naughton Jr. just going backwards all of a sudden. As he loses, he goes from 1st to 4th in a matter of about a lap. But right now, it is the 51 of Kyle Wilford leading the charge as we head into turn number 1 and 2. Sock Puppet right there from position number 2, trying to make sure Wilford doesn't get too far away from him. While the 18 of... And what happened with the 42 of Anthony Hurd there? Looks like he took the high side, may have gotten loose or something, but he'll lose position number 4. Bailey sitting by himself from spot number 3 with Naughton Jr. in 4th. Anthony Hurd back to spot number 5. Grindstaff in 6th. Todd Sheldon with 7th. IndyCar way up high in turns 1 and 2. That opens the door for the 3 of Xavier Robinson. Looking underneath for the 8th position, And he'll have it back as we come across the stripe. But Anthony Hurd right there underneath the 34 of Naughton Jr. as we head off turn number 2. Trying to get that position back that he lost earlier on. But he's got Grindstaff and Todd Sheldon right there with him. As we come off turn number 4, Hurd's got the spot. Grindstaff underneath the 34 of Naughton Jr. But Todd Sheldon's going to follow right in suit in the 0-1 car. So ever since Naughton lost the lead, he's been going backwards pretty much since. Meanwhile, up towards the front, it's the 51 of Kyle Wilfred. Leading the way as we are halfway. 10 down, 10 to go. Sock Puppet sitting from spot number 2. Bailey all by himself in third, and then number 18, Anthony Hurd now up to fourth. Grindstaff now in the spot number 5. Todd Sheldon right behind him for spot number 6. Trying to make something happen in that 0-1 car. See if he can get into the top 5. And looks like things have quieted down for the time being. As Wilfred in the 51 trying to pull away from the 10 of Sock Puppet, but Sock Puppet, even though he's lost some ground, he's not letting him go very easily. And here comes Todd Sheldon down the backstretch into turn number 3. Looking for position number 5 underneath the 23 of Grindstaff as we come around turn number 4. Todd Sheldon now takes over spot number 5. Grindstaff will move back to 6th. Unfortunately for the 95 NASCAR Indy cars, the bad luck just continues as he's just starting to lose ground on the rest of the field here in that number 95 car. The bad luck started when not that long ago got taken out in the modified heat race. Here comes a 10 of Martian Sock Puppet reeling in the 51 of Kyle Wilfred. He may have let him go for just a bit, but he's trying to reel him in little by little as we now have 5 laps remaining, and he's right there in turns 1 and 2. Trying to make something work as we head into turn number 3. Everyone evenly spaced out, sort of, as Robinson starting again, 34 of Naughton Jr. That is for position number 7. Meanwhile, NASCAR Indy cars kind of made up some ground a little bit in the number 95 car, but here comes Twister in the number 24, looking underneath the 3 of Robinson as we head down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2. Sock Puppet still trying to gain ground on the 51 of Wilfred with 3 laps remaining. Can he make something happen as he comes down the backstretch heading into turn number 3? Off corner number 4, 2 laps left to go in this Sportsman feature. Wilfred trying to hang on as Sock Puppet is pretty much right there off turn number 2. Wilfred gets a little bit of a gap, but how much longer can he hang on? We will find out as we come around turn number 4. White flag one more time around. Kyle Wilfred trying to get win number 1 on the season. He heads into turns 3 and 4. He will hold off the number 10 of Martian Sock Puppet. He'll pick up the win. Second will go to Martian Sock Puppet. Third will be the 18 of Bailey. Todd Shelton will finish in 4th. Anthony Hurd will round out the top 5. Grindstaff will finish in spot number 6 and hang on over to Wister. Wow! Talking about sending it. Your results are in the top left corner. Congratulations to Kyle Wilfred, and we will be ready to go for not only a season finale announcement, but also for 30 laps. 30 laps of action for the Mighty Modifieds. Alrighty, race fans, we are back with modified action. But before we get to the starting lineup, or take the green flag for tonight's modified feature event, we have a special announcement for you right here in the TNT Motorsports Networks in regards to the Bullring Racing Series. Now, the season finale, there is a track change, and Not only will the Sportsmen have their special of twin features, the Modifieds will have a special of a 60-lap feature event race. Now, here's the catch for the 60-lap feature. The starting lineup will not be normal, meaning the feature event for the season finale will not be based upon heat race finishes. The feature winners of this season leading up to the season finale will be guaranteed a top 10 starting position for the season finale feature. And here's the track that we're going to be changing it from. We are no longer racing at East Bullring Speedway for the track for the season finale. We are now racing at the one, the only indoor dirt track of the Chili Bowl. So, the Modifieds, 60 laps, feature winners from this season leading up to the season finale, guaranteed top 10 starting position, but they will be randomly drawn into their starting position. Everyone else will follow based upon average finish in the feature only throughout the entire season. So, who knows? Right now, 2 drivers are guaranteed a top 10 starting spot for the season finale at the Chili Bowl and the 60-lap modified feature event. The twin Sportsman features, however, the first feature will line up based upon heat race finishes. The second feature for the Sportsman, however, will line up based upon the first feature finish, with the exception of the winner from feature 1 will be drawn randomly to a new starting position for feature 2. So here we go. Their starting lineup for the Modifieds, 30 laps of action here at Spencer Speedway. On the poles, a 61 of Scott McCann. To the outside of him is a 192 of Max Phi. Row number 2 on the inside, we have the 39 of William Fusion and the 52 of last week's winner, Anthony Hurd. Row number 3 on the inside is the 88 of Bailey, and the outside of him is another feature winner as well as the 18 of Kyle Morris. Row number 4 on the inside, we have the 65 of Creed Daniel and the 55 of Rusty Brassard. Row number 5 on the inside is the 42 of LJ Toledo and the 21 of Big Ben on the outside of him. Row number 6 on the inside is the 17 of Jolteon Fast, and the outside of him is the 04 of Connor Grindstaff. Next row back, we have the number 9 of Taz Taylor. To the outside of him is the number 29 of Xavier Robinson. Then we have in row number 8 on the inside is the number 23 of J-Fix Swim, Jordan Fixon. The outside of him is the birthday boy, NASCAR IndyCar, on the number 48. And rounding out the field in the number 8 machine, that is Anthony Hernandez. And the number 30 of Noah Dwister. So again, 30 laps of racing for this modified feature event. Ready to take action. Now for those in regards wondering about points, they are always posted at the end of each race. They will not be posted on my Twitter. The only thing that will be posted on Twitter in regards to this will be when the race will be scheduled each week, and also the race results from each week as well. So here we go. We are set to take action as the Modifieds get ready to take their pace lap. Scott McCann and Max Phi to the front row. Anthony Hurd looking to make it 2 in a row, but he starts on that high side in the 4th spot. Kyle Morris looking for a second feature win as well. He starts back in 6th. Pace car pulls off. The mighty Modifieds are ready to rumble. Race fans, it's showtime! Off turn number 2, looked like a 3-wide situation was going to happen. Anthony Hurd was about to squeeze in there between Phi and Fusion, but he had second thoughts about that. As we come off turn number 4 for the first time, Scott McCann will lead lap number 1 of this feature. Right behind him in seconds, the 39 of William Fusion. Bailey up to the number 3 spot. Here comes Kyle Morris. He worked his way to the inside. He's now up to position number 4, pushing Phi back to 5th. Anthony Hurd getting a challenge from Creed Daniel in number 65. Those two had a collision 2 weeks ago back in Motordrome, and it seems to be racing clean for now as we head down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2. Hurd now works his way back to the inside. He gets by 5 for position as he heads down the backstretch into turn number 3. Meanwhile, the 18, the 88, and the 39 all bunched up from 2nd, 3rd, and 4th as we come off turn number 4. But Fusion pulls away the number 39 just a little bit. But Bailey's gaining ground with Kyle Morris right on the tail of the 88 of Bailey. So we head off turn number 2. Meanwhile, here's the battle heating up between the 65 of Creed Daniel and the 52 of Anthony Hurd. Hurd's right there on the bumper. Daniel drifts up just a bit, but Daniel will pull away for now. But I'd be on the lookout for the 52 of Creed, or the 52 of Anthony Hurd, the Magic Man, as we head off turn number 2. Behind them in the 7th spot is the 55 of Rusty Broussard. Then you got LG Toledo in 8th, Jordan Fixon back in 9th, and now Anthony Hernandez and Noah Dwister are now in 10th and 11th after starting in the very last row of this feature. Meanwhile, heading up towards the front, we have the 18 of Kyle Morris underneath the 39 of Fusion. This is for position number 2. He'll get by into turns 3 and 4. Bailey following right behind Sue. He gets the 3rd spot away from Fusion as we come down the front stretch. Anthony Hurd in the 52. It's by Creed Daniel. He's now to the top 5. And here we go. Challenge for the lead. Kyle Morris underneath the 61 of McCann off turn number 2 down the backstretch. McCann trying to hold strong. He's got the lead by a tire, but the inside lane has prevailed all night long. As we come off turn number 4, new race leader Kyle Morris. On the completion of lap number 7, it was Kyle Morris leading that one. But here comes Scott McCann fighting her in the high side. Bailey right behind him. And McCann gets loose off turn number 2. He'll lose the 2nd spot to Bailey as we head into turn number 3 and 4. Anthony Hurd watching from position number 4. And hang on, Creed Daniel. Shut way off in turn number 4. We stay green. Question is, how much damage has been done to the 65 car? Mainly to just the sidebar there. Surprised no other damage. Anyways, the 30 of Noah Dwister moving up in position here. He's getting through the field nice and smooth, starting dead last in this feature. Anyways, as we head back towards the front, Anthony Hurd looking underneath the 61 of the bus man, Scott McCann, into turns 1 and 2. This is for position number 3. He'll have the position coming off turn 2. McCann now moves back to 4th. William Fusion rounds out your top 5 for the time being as Rusty Broussard sits in 6th. 7th is Toledo with the challenge of Dwister from the 8th position and into turns number 3 and 4. Grindstaff will wind up in position number 9 with Anthony Hernandez rounding out the top 10 right now as we speak. Creed Daniel sitting at 11th. Big Ben at 12th. Jordan Fixon. Jolteon Fast, NASCAR IndyCar, Taz Taylor, Max Phi, and Xavier Robinson to round out the field. Kyle Morris looking for his second feature win of the season. Your current points leader right now, but he's got a hard charging 88 of Bailey right behind him, looking to take that lead away and get his first feature event win of the season. But Bailey has some strong competition. He's currently sandwiched between two feature winners this season. And Anthony Hurd gets a huge run going into turn number 3. Bailey takes the high side. He drifts way up in turn number 4. That opened the door for the 52 of Anthony Hurd to reel in the gap, as he's going to be looking for the second position real soon as Kyle Morris starts to pull away in the number 18 heading into turn number 3. McCann watches quietly and distantly back in the 4th spot, while Fusion trying to close in from the 5th position. Farther back is the 55 of Twister. He's getting a hard charging challenge from the 55 of Brassard, getting a hard charging challenge from the 30 of Twister. Got my drivers mixed up for a little bit there, but we'll get that fixed. And speaking of fix, here comes the 23 of Jordan Fixon. He's trying to move up as he gets by the 42 of LG Toledo back into turns 1 and 2. The top 3 still nose to tail as we get into turns 3 and 4 on the completion of lap 17 this time by. Your leader is still the 18 of Kyle Morris, with Bailey at second and Anthony Hurd in the 3rd spot. Everything keeping calm and quiet for now with the rest of the field here. And here's a challenge for the 2nd spot. Anthony Hurd in turns 1 and 2 underneath Bailey. He'll get by off corner number 1, but Bailey's going to charge back on the high side in corner number 2. Can he hold him off on the high side? But nope, here comes Hurd. He gets a huge run to turn 3. Bailey not giving up without a fight. As we come off turn number 4, Anthony Hurd will now take the 2nd spot away as we come across the line to complete lap number 19. Brassard gets a huge challenge from DeWister, but Grindstaff, Hernandez, and Fixon are all right there. Hernandez looking underneath the 04 of Grindstaff. That's for position number 8 as we head down the backstretch. He's trying to hold strong. Grindstaff is, but Hernandez has the preferred line on the bottom. He'll take over the 8th position coming off turn number 4. Grindstaff moves back to 9th. Reed Daniel, after having a great run to start and then all of a sudden got into the turn 4 wall, has not had the run he's been wanting, so tough break for the 65 machine, but he gets a huge run in 3 and 4, gets by Jolteon with ease coming off turn number 4. Right now, your 2 feature winners from the season are currently sitting 1-2 with Kyle Morris in the lead, Anthony Hurd, the Magic Man, sitting in second. The question's going to be who's going to take in. Anthony Hurd gets a huge run. He was shot out of a cannon into turn number 3. Does he have something left for the 18 of Morris as we have 7 laps remaining heading to turns 1 and 2. Coming upon slow traffic here very shortly. The 29 of Xavier Robinson about to go down a lap here. About another lap or so as we head into turn number 3. Who's going to be able to handle this better as we come off corner number 4. And Brassard moves back in spots. Twister got by him. Anthony Hernandez looking underneath to take that spot away. Brassard's going to go lose 2, maybe 3 spots here. He just holds off Grindstaff at the line as we come down the front stretch, but Grindstaff gets the spot as we come off turn number 2. Vixen trying to join the fray right behind Grindstaff. He'll look underneath Broussard as we head into turn number 3. This is for position number 9. Broussard. Oh boy, Broussard, hang on, buddy. Look where you're going. And still no caution from that. He keeps on trucking from the 10th spot. Keep an eye on that. But Morris and Anthony Hurd get by Robinson without a problem. But the battle for the lead still continues as we have 4 laps remaining. Anthony Hurd's going to try the high side, see if he can make something work. But Kyle Morris still too strong at the moment as we head into turns 1 and 2. 3 laps remain. Kyle Morris gets the high side in turn 2. Anthony Hurd gets a good run off corner number 2. Down into turn number 3. Anthony Hurd's right there on the bumper of Morris as we come off corner number 4. 2 laps remaining here this time by. As they're going to be approaching slow traffic here shortly. Kyle Morris is right there. Anthony Hurd looks like he put a bumper to Kyle Morris and just entering turn number 2. Down the backstretch. Anthony Hurd underneath Morris as we head into turn number 3. Off turn number 4, new race leaders, Anthony Hurd. We come down to the white flag. Kyle Morris is right there. Can he return the favor? Can he pull the bump and run on Anthony Hurd as we head down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4 for the final time? Who's it gonna be? Off turn number 4, Anthony Hurd will win 2 in a row here at Spencer Speedway. Kyle Morris will finish 2nd. Bailey in 3rd. 4th will go to Scott McCann. 5th is Fusion. Twister will finish in 6th. Anthony Hernandez in 7th. Grindstaff in 8th. Jordan Fix in 9th. And Broussard will round out the top 10. So, the rest of the finishing order on the top left part of your screen. And congratulations once again to our feature winners here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Can't wait to finish this rest of the season. We're only 3 races in and we still have 9 more to go. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me at TNT Network 61 on Twitter. And we'll catch you next time at the Bullring Racing Series from Oswego Speedway.